Raider Nation, what's the deal? Shield Squad, what's happening? It's your boy Chris will Protect the Shield podcast, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. Man, what's going on, man? I appreciate you guys coming through, chilling with me today. Switching it up a little bit. Usually we got the war room popping off a little later on, but we're not going to do it tonight, man. So I got a special show. It's the Raider Rant. A lot of us Raider fans, man, we really been going through a lot just as a fan base, man. So we gonna have some stuff to talk about. And who better to join me? My brother from the West Coast. My brother, if I was like 6'4" with flat abs, my boy, my dog, the severe Raider in the building with me, gonna rant because he pisses people off just as much as I piss people off. So it's nothing better to have my boy in the building, man. But gotta have my boy. Salute everybody in the building, though. Before I bring them up, just want to shout out to everybody. Got my boy Raider Paul in the building, man. Appreciate you. Raider Rock in the building. Appreciate you. Got my boy Leo Cheeto Linus in the building. Make sure you guys tune into our show or his show we had yesterday. Make sure you go, check out Leo's show. We had a fire epic show yesterday. And salute the Queen V and her feet pics. But you had to be there. You had to be there. That's all I'm gonna say. You had to be there. Got my girl Myra G in the building. What's happening? Got my boy Raider Transplant Angelo in the building. What's going on, man? Salute to you. So I appreciate everybody in the building, man. So, got to bring my boy up, man. My boy Raider, Severe. What's happening? You on mute.
I can hear the pain in your voice when you said we've been through a lot, man. Your voice trembled a little bit, man.
Trembled, bro. Trembled.
I was like, damn, my dog Chris, man.
Hey, you already know, man. I was like, usually when 805 ain't in the building, because for y'all that don't know, me and Severe, we both got ADD. So we love to be able to do these shows, but just our attention span isn't that good with all the different things going on. So 805 keeps us together.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
But I'm like, look, man, let's just do a show together, and we just gonna make it happen. And who else to have a show than talking about ranting than my boy with my boy. So salute, bro. Salute. How you doing, man? You all right?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Hey, ready to talk that stuff, man. And yes, we did have a fire show yesterday. Shout out to everybody out there with foot fetishes. Make sure y'all check that out, man. That's the one for y'all.
That's the one for y'all for sure.
Shout out to Caleb Williams as well, man. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, man. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for us, man. Like I said, I took like 2 weeks off, man. I went on a cruise and all this other stuff, and you guys know how YouTube is, man. Like if you take a little break, they take you out the algorithm. So I gotta fight extra hard, man. So hit that thumbs up, man. Help me, get pushed a little bit more, man. I really appreciate it. Whether you like me or don't like me, still hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down, whatever. Just hit something, man. But salute the coach. He said it's tough being a Raiders fan because a lot of fans diss on players like Tommy Ami. Salute the coach, man. Salute to you. Man. Myra G said all 6'4" severe. Salute.
Myra started.
She said, "Don't blame your alcohol problem on ADD." It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Cheeto, them feet pics. It's wild. But yeah, man. So appreciate everybody coming through, man. But first of all, man, so let's get to it, man. Right now is a tough time for us just trying to, as content creators, trying to find stuff to talk about. We've been talking about, kind of pre training camp and all that. We've been talking about the draft. We've been talking about mini camp. We've been talking about all that. But let's take it back down memory lane. I know both of us been fans for, a long time, man. And there's just a couple moments. And everybody in the chat, man, I want you guys to really join in with us too, because our fan base is really we're a unique bunch, man. So I want to know how you guys felt during certain times in the Raider history as well, man. So I'm gonna bring up a couple things, and I want to see how y'all feel, man. So I know the low hanging fruit is a tuck rule, so we're not even gonna start there. We're not even gonna start there. But one thing I want to know, and I know Severe, we kind of talked about it a little bit. Walk me through how you felt with the Jamarcus Russell pick, and be totally like objective. Like be like keep it real. Cause I know hindsight's 2020, and it's kind of like easy to say a certain thing, but I want to know how you really felt. Cause I know you really rocked with Megatron, but kind of walk everybody through how you really felt during that moment in real life.
Yes, man. So, as a matter of fact, I talked about this a little bit with Dub Raider a little bit. Like that's like the first year that I really was really like immersed myself in like the draft experience. I was I was in Raiders blogs. I was on, IBABuzz.com, Contra Costa Times. I was reading all the Raiders stuff, reading everybody. Jerry McDonald back then. I was reading all the writers back then, just talking about the draft. I was like I said, I was in these chat rooms and these blogs with different people, man. So that's like the first draft I really like super followed closely. And everything I was hearing at that. Well, initially the whole debate, I think it was like between it was Brady Quinn and somebody else. Like that was what people was talking about first.
Yeah,
Forgot the other quarterback. It was Brady Quinn or somebody else. But then it turned to like, hey, you know what? Calvin Johnson or Adrian Peterson. Like that was the thing.
Right.
And everything I was hearing. And at that time, Calvin Johnson was my favorite player in college football, right? Calvin Johnson, and ironically enough, even though I'm a UCLA guy, I really like Dwayne Jarrett for SC. He was a tall, lanky receiver.
He was big too. Yeah,
he was a tall, lanky receiver. So I and even though I don't like SC at all, like I respected his game. I just thought he was nice. So like those were my two favorite players in college. So the fact that we was gonna have an opportunity to take Calvin Johnson, and everything I was hearing from everybody was saying the reports. Then we picked up Josh McCown. I'm like, cool. And then like
he's good enough. He's good enough. McCown was good enough. Yeah.
And then Troy Smith was another guy I really liked too at Ohio State. So Troy Smith was balling, and he was coming out in that draft. So I was thinking like, you know what? Hey, we picked up Josh McCown. We still had Andrew Walter. I was like, look, we draft Calvin Johnson, and we can roll with Josh McCown as a bridge guy, or we can take a guy like Drew Stanton in round 2, or Troy Smith even later than that. And I'm like, we can run with that and be cool, because like when Calvin Johnson ran that 4.3, I was it's a wrap.
It was over with.
It's
it was
wrap.
over with, bro.
It's a
it was
wrap.
over with.
You got this monstrous man
too big
moving
to be running
that fast.
Yeah,
like that's an Al Davis dream, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's already wrapped up. And then that Notre Dame game happened, and I got kind of scared because I heard Al Davis was up watching it. And I'm like, damn. and then them pro days happened. And when Jamarcus threw it like 65 yards sitting down, I was like, dang. I started.
Al couldn't help himself. Al couldn't help himself, bro.
So when we actually took, I was so mad, man. I was mad. Like I couldn't get any madder. I could not get any madder because like I'd already had my mind made up that we was drafting Calvin Johnson. So I just knew that was gonna happen. I just knew all the reports were saying we're drafting Calvin Johnson. Like people, insiders were saying like that's who Lane Kiffin wanted. And they're saying that's kind of what the scouting department kind of decided upon. Like I know they were like him and Han early on, and then Al Davis is that Sugar Bowl game is what did it. It's like kind of what turned the tide, man. So that was like one of the lowest points for me. And we ain't recovered since.
It was nasty. It was nasty. I'm gonna keep it real. I know I talked to some links about it, so I'm not gonna be one of them fans that just been like, I knew Jamarcus was gonna be a bust. I knew we needed a quarterback, and honestly, I can't lie, because there was a lot of questions whether it was gonna be Jamarcus or Brady Quinn. But my thing is, I really liked AP. AP was my guy. That's who I really wanted. I like Peterson. Because ever since his freshman year, he was just a man amongst boys. But you're right. Once Megatron ran that 40, I'm like, that's Al right there. That's Al written all over it. But then I'm like, we ain't got no one to throw the ball. But then I was like, Josh McCown is good enough. He's good enough. But then, like you said, I'm like, I didn't want Brady Quinn. Like that's who I didn't like. That would have got me. I would have been tight. But like you said, that Sugar Bowl, Jamarcus
Yeah.
was out there slanging that thing, bro. He was out there. I mean, he was out there cooking.
Yes.
And like, so I was happy because I'm like, man, if Brady come out here balling, we gonna end up with him. And I just
Yeah.
never liked Brady like that.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie. When we drafted him, I was cool. I was cool, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I think I wanted AP more though. I wanted
Yeah.
AP more. I ain't gonna lie. But pissing me off just like after the fact is thinking Lane Kiffin. I mean, he like that was the beginning of the end for Lane because he wanted,
Yeah.
Megatron, and
Yeah.
then he had his sights on going to go get Aaron Rodgers. I think at the
Yeah.
time I forgot what the trade was. But I'm trying to think. Did we have Moss at that time? Was Moss there?
I think we had already. Is that the draft we got John Bowie? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think Moss was
because that's who we
already.
got with that pick, didn't we?
Yeah, we got John. Yeah, that corner. Yeah, John Bowie. Yeah, man.
But what was it? Was it that?
I think it was that year.
Was
I
it that
think it
year?
was that year. It was that year. Moss. I'm pretty sure
Somebody
Moss
look
was
it up,
already gone.
man. Did Moss already gone? Because I
Pretty
thought that actually I thought that trade for what Kiffin wanted to do, I thought he was actually going to put Moss in that trade, maybe even to get
So,
Aaron.
because there was a trade that was rumored because Moss and Favre were tight.
Yeah,
So and Favre wanted Moss
bad.
like
Yeah,
bad. He wanted Moss
yeah.
bad, and I think there was an opportunity. So I don't know because like there's different people say different things. I
Mm.
heard there was a trade the Raiders could have made, including Randy Moss, to get Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah,
but people told Al Davis that Aaron Rodgers
yeah,
was trash. Like
yeah.
people was
I
like,
wasn't
Aaron
having
Rodgers
it.
ain't no good. So
Yeah, because Rodgers wasn't big and like
yeah,
he didn't have that stature that Al like,
yeah.
man.
So
And
people was telling Al like, nah, he ain't no good. Like, don't waste your time trying to get him or whatever. So
but I think Lane Kiffin was part of that though, because I thought that was one of the things like he wanted to get him. So I don't remember, but regardless, yeah. Now looking back, man, it's just so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. That was he said Moss was with us in 2005. So what year was that we got Jamarcus?
I think that was 06, wasn't it? It was like the very next year. I think that was
Okay,
2006. I think that was 2006.
okay. Dang, man, that's just that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, man. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? How y'all feeling, man? Let's see. Salute to everybody's in the chat, man. Got my boy 805 in the building. He said, "Thank God we let Josh Jacobs go." Tommy Ami, defensive MVP income. Salute, man. Make sure you guys check out my boy 805, Real Talk Raider Nation. Salute to Marcus Banks in the building, my guy. He said
Yes.
Jamarcus is like Anakin Skywalker. He was supposed to be. Yeah, man. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That was
Let's
2000.
see.
That was 2007. That was 2007 draft.
For what? Which one?
Megatron. Megatron was 2007 draft.
Okay, so Moss is already gone.
He was gone already. Yeah.
Okay. See Yoshi in the building. What's going on? He said Megatron was Al Davis' pick, no doubt. Jamarcus was throwing bombs from his stomach. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. He said, yeah,
Yeah.
he sold route to Wendy's Burger. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But
Man.
yeah, man. So, but yeah, everybody in the chat, man. Let me know how y'all felt during all that, man. Because like I said, that was a hell of a time. That was a hell of a time. Next one though, one of the next situations that the whole John Gruden trade.
Yeah.
We traded John Gruden, bro. What was your thoughts then? Now, me personally, I like Gruden back then because I love that
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
But I can't say maybe I was still because I was younger. So maybe I didn't understand the significance at the time because I'm thinking like Al Davis can find someone else. Like we got to
Yeah.
play. Like I guess I didn't understand the value of having an innovative coach at that time, a guy that someone really believed in. Because I was just thinking like Al can make it happen. But what was your thoughts when we made that trade? when it happened? Did you know it was a mistake right away? Were you pissed? What was going through your mind?
I didn't know it
Everybody in
was
the chat, man. Again, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, man.
Yeah, fast. Yeah, make sure you hit the thumbs up both channels. If you don't mind, hit over to Chris's. If you want Chris's over to mine, hit the sub, hit the thumbs up. I didn't understand the ramifications at the time. So
Right.
I remember I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it because I was still low key mad at Gruden. And when we're gonna get to this later, for the Tuck Rule game, for him being conservative in that game and not going for the gusto.
Put our foot on the neck. Ending.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I was still low key mad, and like I just felt he was too conservative at times. That like in times, I wanted a coach that was going to be aggressive. So I wasn't like super mad about it, but I was more so okay, like a wait and see type deal. Like okay, you trading them, we got those picks. I was like, okay, it's cool. We got some picks for it. I was like, and we traded them to a different conference. So I was like, all right. I at that time we didn't know that was gonna come back to bite us in the ass.
Right.
So at the time I was like, cool, we got the picks. He was too conservative. And if we can bring somebody else in that's gonna be a little bit more aggressive with the ball, I think we're gonna be good. Rich Gannon was kind of the leader of the unit anyway. We still had Tim and we still had Jerry. So I was like, okay, cool. I think we'll be solid if we just get another guy that's just kind of keep what we got going on to keep that same momentum. So I wasn't super mad about it, but hindsight, being 2020, it was a mistake.
Yeah. Like I said, with Gruden, it was I think I undervalued him at the time because you always hear about how Al kind of ran the show, and we had such a veteran team. I think during that time we was the oldest team in the NFL. We had the two old guys at receiver. So you had old man Gannon. Had a defense, some veterans out there. And that people forget how fire that defense was. Had a fire offensive line. I mean, we have veterans all over the place. So I'm like, man, this young coach is as much of a beast he is, we'll be able to keep it popping. And then at that point, like I didn't really understand the because even Callahan at the time, like he still had a solid name, you know what I'm saying? Like Callahan still had his name was good back then. So I'm like, we be all right. We'll be all right. Yeah, but yeah, it just got like I didn't realize that, like, for one, Callahan's loyalties are questionable. It came out later. That's kind of questionable. But then also it's like you couldn't change nothing up. Like when it mattered, you couldn't change nothing. Cause one thing I will say, and I was talking to salute to Tim Johnson about it. One thing that he did say, he was like, because he came here the year after Gruden left, but he was like, Callahan let that offense rock. Like he let Gannon do his thing. So, if anything, he kind of took the chains off of Gannon. Cause
exactly.
Gruden was more like, I want it this way. So I mean, Gannon was cooking, but I'm like, man, when it mattered though, like you ain't changed the calls, you ain't changed the verbiage, you ain't do none of that.
Nothing. The thing is, like, I think he tried to, but it was too late. So I think that was part of, because if I remember, I think Tim Brown was doing an interview and he was talking about it, and that's what drove Barrett to like off the reservation. Was like he tried to do everything last minute. And Barrett was like, please, like you can't do this to me. Like you can't, not this soon. Like I'm not gonna.
The week of.
So it's like, bro. So you should have been like the beginning of the playoffs. You should have been like slowly rolling this new stuff in there,
bro.
And the fact that he didn't, it's like, so that cost us Barrett, who was, a rock at center. So that hurt us already. And the fact that these dudes already know all the calls. Like I remember they was on the sideline. John Lynch was like, man, they're running exactly what we ran in practice. I'm like,
bro,
these
they was out there having fun. They knew what was coming, bro. Yeah. That was the first time that was kind of like before the mic'd up came about, like, because they actually had the dudes wearing those, and you could hear what them players were saying. They was having a ball, knowing what was going on. It was
a ball, bro. Like at our expense.
At our expense, bro. At our expense. I know we kind of talked about it yesterday. Like, you know, when that game first started, I was in my bag when Chuck got the interception. You couldn't
Oh
tell me
man.
nothing.
Oh man.
You
I thought it was a wrap. I
yeah,
thought it was, bro. I was like Deonin through the house. I was doing
bro, couldn't tell me nothing.
Oh my
Nothing.
God. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do. You know, my celebration gonna be like,
Right.
like what I'm gonna do after we win. I was still in
Right.
high school. So I'm like, I was like, man, we know what I'm about to do, what I'm about to get into.
Yeah. It
was all
was
bad.
crazy. It was crazy. Just to think the way that I just don't know how you can just sabotage your team like that. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, you know, Gruden knew what he knew, but like I forgot how much they said like our offensive linemen outweighed their defensive linemen. You know what I'm saying?
A
Like,
bunch. Right,
yeah,
a bunch.
yeah, we had some
We had
big dogs.
a crazy, like our offensive line was massive.
Right. Them cats was big, man, and it's just like, and then we, you know, we had running game. You know, we had the
Yeah.
two-headed monster. Like we could have made it work. It was nasty, bro. It was
It would have been
nasty. And
it would
then,
have been
like you
Wheatley
said,
all day. Wheatley all day,
right.
bro. I would have just linked on that on that run game and just pounded that defense. They were a small cover. They were cover two small. They were small. Even their linebackers weren't like Derek Brooks ain't the biggest dude. He a monster,
Exactly.
but he ain't the biggest dude either. So their defensive line wasn't that big. And then Derek Brooks and their linebacking core wasn't that big. So it's like, and then Rondé Barber at corner, like
that's
he ain't
what I'm
that
saying.
big either. So I'm like, bro, like
that's what I'm saying. And honestly, make John Lynch come on up. Come on up if you got to. But then all right, now we got 1-on-1 on the end. So now let's cook, man.
And then I'm gonna let Jerry Porter do his thing in the slot. Okay, now Jerry John Lynch starting to creep up. You starting to peak. Okay, I'm gonna let Jerry Porter. Hey, you take one to the house.
Jerry Porter was cold, bro. He was cold. And I think he really had it. Him and Callahan. Was it Callahan or was it Norv that he didn't get along with?
It was Arshell. It was Arshell.
Was Arshell?
It was Arshell. He didn't report, and I remember Arshell was mad. Yeah. I remember he didn't report, and Arshell was like mad because he didn't report. He didn't show up to like the voluntary stuff. I think it was like a contract dispute. And then I think when he finally did show up, he had the thing. He showed up, but like, you know, when people write a shirt, but they throw the shirt over their back. Yeah, you can see all of us. So he was showing up like all ripped, and then people in the media was like, "Well, whatever he's doing, obviously he's doing
it worked."
Like, we don't know what Arshell's doing. Whatever he's doing is all right. So that was the end of Jerry Porter. Arshell was the wrap.
That was crazy. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. It's over there on X and you know, Twitter, man. If you guys don't mind, come on over to YouTube for a second. At least come over here, hit the thumbs up, and then you can go back to X. Just to support, man. Just support, help us get out there. You know, salute to my boy, the Severe Raider. Make sure you guys check him out on all social media platforms. And, you know, check me out if you're, you know, not already subscribed, man. But let's get right into it. Just kind of to piggyback off of that. The Art Shell 2.0. I know we talked about this a few times, man. Now, me personally, that was the most embarrassing era since I've been a Raiders fan. You know, just during my tenure as a fan. There was no time that I was just more embarrassed and like defeated than that era, bro. What was your thoughts, man?
Yeah, man, that was probably the most embarrassed I've been as well. I would say for a season, the most embarrassed I've ever been as a Raiders fan is when we this is sad. Is when we brought in Steve Sarkisian for an interview, and he told us no. So we got
Kiffin
because he was there. It was like,
tell your homeboy we want him then.
Exactly, and that's when I can't say what I want to say, but that's when I knew like something was up because people was trying to spin it like, oh, they both came and Al Davis recognized who the real talent was. I was like, is that what happened? Is that what actually happened? So that's when I start. That's when I start like, yo, I don't know what's going on with this fan base, man. Because if that's the spin y'all putting on this story, man, y'all will believe anything. So
Yeah,
that
no,
was
that was
probably the most embarrassed I've been, man. Y'all hired a dude that he ain't even been a full-time offensive coordinator in college. He was a co-offensive coordinator.
yeah,
We got turned down by his other guy. He didn't even call
yeah.
plays.
Yeah, I'm about to say he wasn't even
a
a play. He wasn't a main play caller.
So he was the co-offensive coordinator that didn't call plays. So we got turned down by the guy that called plays. So he was like, hey, well, let's take this guy. Like, I was embarrassed, man. I was so embarrassed. And then when we couldn't find nobody to be a defensive coordinator, so after we already hired Chuck Bresnahan to be a linebacker coach, we had to make him the DC. I was like, bro, what is good?
That was tough.
That was sad, tough. Man. That was sad.
Tough, man.
Because but before a whole season, yeah, definitely the Art Shell. That was just that's the year that LaDainian Tomlinson by himself outscored us.
Yeah. No, that was bad. But yeah, man, I forgot because Lane, because Al made us take what's his name as a defensive coordinator, right? Because Lane wanted to bring his dad in.
Lane wanted to bring his dad. So with Lane, they wanted to bring his dad in, but I think it was Art Shell was like was Bresnahan. I want to say Chuck Bresnahan. I think we hired him as a linebacker coach.
Yeah. I feel like Chuck was around a few times though.
He was there forever.
Yeah, he was just there. He was just there, man. Yeah, that was nasty. But yeah, going to Art Shell though. Again, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real because again, I hated that era. But I'm in the back of my mind, I was like, man, we always did Art Shell wrong. Art Shell 1.0, we did him wrong.
We did.
I'm like, it wouldn't be that bad to give Art another chance, man. Art might be all right, man. He might be all right. So
look, I remember that shit. Look, I remember vividly. We hired Art Shell. A lot of people, like questioned the move, right? And then the Raiders went 4-0 in the preseason.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember this. I remember reading an article. Because Art Shell was working for like the NFL. He's working in the
like an executive
NFL offices, right?
Yeah.
So I remember. I want to say it was Adam Schefter, but somebody wrote an article like, you know what? Hey, looking at this Raiders team, the fact they brought back Art Shell, it's like it's a great move for them, and and like they were just like bigging it up. So I'm thinking, man, I'm like, okay, like dang, even he giving us credit for this move. He hates this. I'm like, man, we might have something here. Like he could bring out old school mentality, bringing that toughness back. He took it to the AFC Championship game before. I was like, hey, okay, maybe this is what we need. It was not what we needed.
It was nasty, bro. It was
oh my God,
it was sickening, man. Because again, I remember that 4-0 season, and because it was his first year, we got Gallery, right? Was that his year?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, he gonna make Gallery a beast. We got the most safest pick in all the draft. Bro, that was disgusting. He went and got my man from the bed and breakfast, bro.
Yes.
And I just remember thinking back, like, man, I remember him from back in the day, and he was cool. But I'm like, what's he been up to lately? And I remember looking it up, and they like he was doing a bed and breakfast, but his last football activities was drawing
with the Raiders.
Was creating, but his last like football anything was creating plays for a video game.
Oh my goodness.
He like that's what he does. Like he was like creating the plays for a video. I'm like, bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make it up. And then you start seeing like his coaching staff he brings in.
Yeah.
I just remember he brought in Jackie Slater as an offensive line coach.
Yes.
Bro.
Oh my goodness. Jackie Slater. It was what's my man's name? What's the bed and breakfast guy's name?
Tom
Walsh.
Tom Walsh. Yeah. Tom Walsh. Bro. Yeah, yes. He was like living in Wyoming or something. Like Wyoming had a bed and breakfast. That was wild.
Yeah. Well, know what? Nah, it wasn't. I think Gallery was a year before.
Okay.
It was who did we draft first round that year?
Wait, Huff? What did we get? Huff?
It was Huff.
Yeah.
It was Huff.
Yeah.
It was your boy 11.
11 pick.
It was your boy 11. It was Michael Huff. It for sure was
Yeah.
up. Because I think that's the year we got Thomas Howard too. I think it's up for the first
Yeah.
round. I think we got Thomas Howard that year too. So yeah.
I feel like did we get Howard and Morrison in the same draft or a year after each other?
I think we already had Kirk.
Already had Morrison.
I
Already
think
had
we already
Kirk.
had Kirk. I think we had Kirk
Yeah.
already. Well, it might have been.
Yeah.
I think we had Kirk already. I think we had Kirk already.
Yeah, I think we got Howard in the third. It was the third, but yeah, Howard was nice though.
Howard, matter of fact, Howard was a converted safety. I want to say he went to UTEP.
Yeah, he was fast. Yep, UTEP.
He went to UTEP.
Yeah,
because Morrison went to San Diego State, right? I think Morrison went to San Diego State.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that's where Marshall Faulk went, right? If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he went to
Yeah. So yeah, we got
Yeah, man. And the funny, I remember. I don't know if you was on that show or not. I don't know if you've seen it, but talking to Stuart Swaggart about like the Art Shell era is funny too. I remember he was telling me something like he was asking somebody that's on the offensive line, like what do y'all do? Like what's y'all's dang, how do you put it? It was like what's y'all scheme or like how do y'all practice? And Jackie Slater was just like, just block the guy in front of you. Like they have no kind of like like he have no kind of like no kind of scheme, no kind of schematic. It was just like you just block the guy in front of you, bro. And Stu was like, "What the?"
Oh my god!
I gotta find that clip, man. But Stu had me rolling, man. He was like, "Yeah, he just told us just block the guy in front of us, man." And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro!
Oh my god!
that was nasty. That was nasty. Yeah, that Art Shell, bro.
That was terrible, man. That was terrible. That was. So, because I can't even remember. We won 2 games that year. I can't even remember who we beat.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who we beat because that was Andrew Walter, right?
Yeah, I think it was Andrew Walter. I think.
Well, who was that?
Yeah, Andrew Walter. I'm trying to think who else could we have had that time, man? Because I know it was a Kerry Collins era. Aaron Brooks, man, yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty. But chat, let me know. Actually, my boy back. But yeah, I can't remember, man. So it may have been Andrew Walter, but I feel like Andrew Walter was in a quarterback battle. Was he there when like Aaron Brooks was there?
Was he there when Aaron Brooks was there? I don't know, because it was Andrew Walter. I think that's the year we got your boy too. What's my boy from the Jets?
From the Jets.
Lamont Jordan. I think that's the year we got Lamont Jordan.
Yeah, I like
that. Yeah, that's the year we got Lamont Jordan too. So I was thinking we was gonna be cool because we had Lamont Jordan. I think that's the year we got Randy Moss. So we had Moss. We had who else did we bring back? I can't remember who else we had on offense, but I remember Lamont Jordan and Randy Moss. So I'm thinking we're gonna be cool. And we had like Robert Gallery year 2, and we drafted.
Jolly. Was that the Doug Jolly years?
Doug Jolly at tight end?
Maybe. I don't know.
Nah.
Or Boss.
We had the other dude that was a bum. What's the other dude that was a bum that we had? The big kid. I actually thought he was gonna be cool too. Dang. I think he went to San Jose State. He went to San Jose State. Matter of fact, that's why I was rooting for him, because my uncle had got a basketball scholarship to San Jose State. So I was rooting for this dude. He went to San Jose State. Damn, what's my guy's name?
It was I can't remember. Man, it was but yeah, I had a little hope, man. So as much as I hate that era, during the time though, I was like, man, we might do something, and we was just so bad. And the thing with Art Shell is like when things got bad, they would pan the camera over to him. Oh, salute the Cheeto. He said Kerry was 05 and Tua. I felt like Tua was there forever though.
Tua, Marcus Tuiasosopo. I thought he was gonna be nice too.
I did too. I was like, man, if he ever get his chance, that was bad. That was bad.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said
He's at 06 was Walter and
06
Brooks.
was
Oh,
Walter
my
and
goodness.
Brooks. Yeah, yeah.
Dang, that was
I wanted Brooks to be all right because
I did too. He was cool with the Saints.
he was cool. He was cool, man. That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, we might be able to do a little something, but it just got nasty.
No, Courtney Anderson. Courtney Anderson is a guy.
Oh yeah, Cordy. Yeah. Did he play basketball too?
I
Was
think
he
so.
a
He
hoop?
was big. He was a big dude. He might have
Yeah, he
hooped.
was big. He could
He
move
was
a
a
little
big dude
bit.
though.
Yeah,
I think that was we had Alvis with it.
I mean,
uh,
man, yeah. Alvis with it. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. That God, that was a tough era, man. That was a tough era. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Got Matt in the building. He said no gap zone. Yeah, exactly. No gap zone or power. You just hit you just block the guy in front of you, bro. that was insane, man. Salute the B-Win. Being a Raider fan is not for wimps for sure.
Nah, bro. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint
It
of heart
ain't.
at all.
It ain't. Salute to Jack Ken in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Watch.
Yeah. Salute to my boy Raider Tim in the building. Yeah, Aaron Brooks. For sure. Hey, again, make sure if you guys are subscribed to me and not Severe, man, make sure you guys subscribe to my brother, man. Get his subs up. Salute to Rose Town in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Town, always supporting.
He said Aaron Rodgers was the very next pick after Faye. Oh yeah,
that happened to us a few times.
Yeah, a dog.
Like that was
right
after.
Like,
it was a few. Like I want to say right after Napoleon Harris was Ed Reed. Obviously, after Fabian was him. After Russell was Megatron. It was somebody else too. They got somebody else. It's happening like that with somebody else too. I can't remember who else. Another bus we picked. Then right after we picked, might have been Huff.
Pick, bro. Very next pick. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, I want to move ahead a little bit. The Antonio Brown debacle.
Oh my God!
Walk me through all of that, because I remember vividly, man. Antonio Brown was showing his ass. Like before we got him, he was showing his ass. But people forget that he originally was getting traded to the Bills.
Yeah.
And he forced his way, like, I'm not signing with y'all. Don't even waste your time.
Yeah.
So therefore, they had to like nix that. And then I found out that we got him. I was geeked. I ain't gonna lie. I was geeked because AB was cold. I'm like, he ain't gonna act like that with us. He's got out of Pittsburgh. What was your thoughts during that whole thing, man? Walk through it. Me through. And then why did we have to do Hard Knocks? I've been waiting for years for us to do Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be the year that he went and just messed it all up, bro?
You know what? I was cool with us doing Hard Knocks when we got AB because I'm thinking like, bro, this is about to be entertaining as hell.
Yeah,
I'm thinking this is about.
I didn't think it was gonna be that. I didn't think it was gonna be like that though,
man. Because I'm thinking like it's going because I think that was the first year we were moving to Vegas, right? That's the first year we moved to Vegas. I believe so.
Nah, we wasn't there yet because that was all them cats' rookie year. That was Max and them's rookie year. And they played in Oakland. They played in Oakland a couple years.
We still we still in Oakland. Okay. Oh yeah, because it was Jonathan Abram too. Yeah, so we were still in,
it was all them. Yep.
We were still in Oakland. So what I first thing I was I was apprehensive because the second I saw AB with that blonde mustache. I was like, yo, I don't know if this dude all there, but I think he had like by that time he had dyed it back. But I had a boy. I was working in like West LA, and I had a boy that worked in the building like next to me. And like we would always like every time I go to the gas station or go to anything, like, I'd always see him because we was one of the only like few black people that worked over in that area. So like, he would chop it up. He was a Steelers fan. He'd all show up to work like with his Steelers stuff on. His car had all the Steelers stuff. So he was telling me like, yeah, man, like AB, like he a head case, man, but he gonna ball. I don't think we was gonna get him because at first I know like it was a whole situation with the Bills, but then I remember the video dropped with him working out. And like nothing had been announced yet. And then his boy who was filming it is like, yeah, man, you already got that black and silver on. And I was like, what? Is this a pump fake? I didn't know. So I'm thinking like, okay, teams be using us all the time to try to get leverage. So I'm like, is this another Ndamukong Suh situation where he just trying to use us to play against them? So I'm like, okay, dang. But then when it actually happened, I'm like, man, because we had just it's funny because we had just got fleeced by them for Martavis Bryant. So then
for that third.
For that third, so when we only traded a third for AB, I'm like, man, this makes up for Martavis Bryant. I'm like, this totally makes up because AB worth like a couple first, really, because he was that good. So I'm like, this more than makes up for Martavis Bryant. I'm like, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, that's a wash. Little did I know. Little did I know.
I kept trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was making excuses. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to my brother. Where's his comment at? Where he at? That's solid. Where'd it go? Oh, my boy Pops Jr. Juicy ENT. That's my boy. He's a Broncos fan, but like he know because I'll be talking to him every day. Like we got AB. I was talking my talk. I'm like, we about to do this, and this. Like that was my dog. Like AB was my dog. And then once we got rid of, I still hate him to this day. There's probably only a couple people in life that I hate. I hate him. I hate AB, bro. Like I hate him more than any other Raider or any. I probably hate him more than Hitler. Actually, I probably should say that. My bad. I'm tripping. But anyway, I hate AB. Like I hate him. Like hate him with a passion. But yeah. So, but my thing is okay. But I had his back for as long as I could. Even when he burnt his feet, I'm like, well, I'm not mad at him because at least he's trying to get his feet together. He's doing the right things. He's trying to make sure he's prepared. He don't want to get out there too soon to re-injure his feet and all that. So I try to have his back. Then the helmet thing happened. I'm like, well, he is used to a certain type of helmet. It's all about his safety. And I'm making every excuse in the book. Like, the NFL is wrong. They shouldn't take away them helmets if that's what they're used to. They should sign a waiver. Let them sign a waiver and let them wear the helmet. And then I forgot something else happened after that he didn't play or whatever. Or I think
was it what's you call it? The Mike Mayock.
Oh, but yeah, no, that was wild too. Yeah. Then you hear about him getting kicked out of practice.
Yeah,
we're talking crazy to Mayock. I'm like,
called that man a Ritz. Called him a whole.
Bro. Called him a Ritz. Oh man, I'm just like, bro. I'm like, what is going on? And the thing, and I'm so pissed because during all this, I'm like, well, Tuesday's about to come up, the new episode of Hard Knocks. What they about to? It was sickening, bro.
Yeah,
I was sick. And then the phone call, like, Grandma, what'd he say? Grandma, I'm free.
No. Before even that, because remember, he had did something, and I think he had like quit the team, and then I think he had the phone call. Then he got up in front of the team and he apologized for how he's acting. Yeah. And then later that night, he had dropped like the video with the recording of Gruden on the phone.
Oh,
damn near begging him to come back.
I forgot about
damn near Damon Arnett and that man begging him to come play football again.
I forgot about
and
that.
He dropped that.
Recorded him.
And then like I know they asked Gruden about it the next day, and Gruden played it off. Like Gruden was like, "Yeah, man, I know Gruden had to be embarrassed because Gruden he was like emasculating himself in that call, like apologizing and like, oh, I want you to come back, brother. You can do this and." Hey, you know what? We want you to be. Hey, you know what? Yeah. We want you to be great and all this stuff. I'm just like, damn, dog. So
I forgot about that. He recorded Gruden and released it.
Yeah, and released it. Yep. Yes, I was like, damn. So that happened, and I'm just like, yo, man, it's this is past the point of no return. So then I know they was already talking about it, like once the season starts. I know they was trying to trade him. I think at that point they was trying to trade him. And then it's like because they had to be gone before the season start, or that money became guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I knew at that point, I knew like, yeah, it's a wrap, man.
It's a wrap. And the thing is, all he had to do was be quiet for like another day or two.
Yeah.
Like literally another day or two, and he would have got that guaranteed money. What wasn't it like a day? Like it literally was like a day.
Yeah, it was like,
it?
It was like, I think they like released him like, basically on the eve of the league because it had to be before week 1. So we were hearing that, okay, because we was unsure. Then we're hearing like, hey, first hearing that he wasn't gonna show up. Then we was hearing like, you know what, he was gonna play for that week. He didn't play at all in the preseason, so we were hearing he was gonna play. Then all that other stuff started happening, and that's what's like, yeah, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it to the season, bro.
That was bad.
Because we was already having questions about whether or not he would play week 1. And I think we was playing, I forgot who was that. Was it the Broncos that week 1? I can't remember who the week 1 game was, but I know it was like they was speculating on who we was going to play. Or was it the Chargers? I don't remember. But I know we was speculating who was going to play week 1. And they's like, man, he going to show up. He going to show up. And then I think that might have been a situation where that was just like trying to do that so they could trade him. But
yeah. You know, the crazy thing is, I think we even won that game too, didn't we? I think we started off. Yeah, I think we won that game.
Did win that game. That's the game Damon Arnett got hurt.
Wait, not Arnett.
On the camera.
No, Abram.
Yeah, Abram. I mean,
Abram. Yeah.
Got hurt on the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, he got hurt on the camera. Didn't he hurt Conley? Remember, like he was like being reckless, and I don't think it was that game, but I think it was later on the season. Like Conley was trying to hit somebody, and Abram was just head hunting and missed and hit Conley, and then Conley was out.
It had to be that game because Abram missed the rest of that year. He got hurt that game. I want to say he missed the rest of the year. Yeah, he messed his shoulder up. I want to say he missed the rest of the year.
In the first game?
He missed the first game. I want to say he got hurt that game and missed the rest of the year.
Nah, I don't think he was out the whole year, was he?
He was gone the whole year. It might have been week 2, but I'm pretty sure it was week 1. He got hurt and he missed the rest of the year.
Because I do remember that, but I didn't remember. I thought he played a little bit in that first year. I thought he played like at least a few games. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, God, I forgot, man. That was a
yeah. So it was Denver. Thank you, Alex Gosi. He said it was Denver. And he said we did miss the whole year.
The whole year.
I remember. I was excited about Abram. So after the way
missed the whole year.
The way they was talking about
who came in for him? Who else was? Who knows? Who even cares?
I don't know. Some bum.
Yeah, Eric Harris or somebody.
Yeah, I think it was Eric Harris. As a matter of fact, that was the year Eric Harris started balling.
Salute the Raider. He said it was Monday night game against the Broncos.
Okay, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that was crazy. What's crazy
is that we hear Josh Jacobs talk about how it was Josh Jacobs was at his house when that happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he had a video. He was there when it happened. Yeah. Oh my God, bro. That is insane.
Oh, it might have been Jeff Heath. Oh, maybe it was Jeff Heath.
It could have been.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was crazy.
Man. Yeah, that was wild. That
was crazy.
Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like only Raiders fans got stories like this, bro.
Only us, bro. It's like it's insane. It's really insane. What So let me think, man. What was another one that was just
another one ever.
Yeah, so okay, I got one for you. So let's talk about let's talk about the Khalil Mack trade.
Uh-huh.
What was your thoughts when we traded Khalil? In fact, let's group it together when we traded Khalil and then traded Coop.
At that point, low key, I think I was more mad about the Cooper trade than I was the Khalil Mack trade.
Me too.
Just for the simple fact that, and like I said, like I don't know if it was how the media was spinning it or how our Raiders were spinning it. Or look how John Gruden was spinning it was like,
Mack didn't want to be here.
Mack didn't want to be here.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
I took the job. And Mac, I ain't heard from Mac. I reached out to Khalil Mack. I ain't heard back from Khalil Mack. I to this day I ain't talked to Khalil Mack. Basically, what they were saying. So that's why I always felt like, like, hey, it was a situation where Mac they had picked up his 5th-year option. He was going to be getting paid more than he had gotten paid that entire time. So like, yo, if they show up and play it out on that option. So I was more mad at Khalil Mack at that time than I was at the Raiders. And the fact that we got all those first-round picks for him, I'm like, you know what? We probably wasn't about to do a whole bunch anyway. Let's try to turn these first-round picks into something. But Coop, man, like we hadn't had a good wide receiver in such a long time. So I'm like, man, because even before Mac, like we didn't have no superstars, but we had guys that were like cool, that had some production. Like, Cameron Wembley had a cool season. Derek Burgess was good. So we had some pass rushers. So I didn't really grow too attached to pass rushers. But remember, before
even we had Amari, was Irvin there?
Bruce Irvin,
Irvin was he was decent. He was cool.
So before we had Cooper, I don't think we did. I don't think we had a 1,000-yard receiver since
like Porter or somebody.
Yeah, I think Porter. It was a long time.
Or maybe Curry. Did Curry have no? Well,
no, it was we had went like 7 or 8 years without a 1,000-yard receiver. It was something crazy.
What about Denarius? I feel like Denarius Moore
never got 1,000. No, the closest person, and people try to shit on him all the time, but the closest person was
Hayward Bay.
Was DHB. DHB had 975.
Yeah.
Like his second year. So people try to shit on DHB all the time. He put up 975 yards second year with some bums at quarterback. So So
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
The Coop, I was more mad about the Coop trade, but the fact that we got a first-round pick for him, I'm like, all right, at least we got a first-round pick for him. So I wasn't super upset about it, but I was still like, dang, we ain't had a good week. I don't think we had another like receiver at that time. So I'm like, what we doing?
Was Crabtree still there?
I think Crabtree was still there, but like we didn't have no speed.
Yeah, nobody that can. Yeah.
And I think we had.
We had Chad Shillings, man. What are you talking about, bro? We had Chad Shillings.
I think Chaz was gone already.
Chaz
was gone already. Chaz was gone already. Is that the year? Did we pick up? Oh boy, did we pick up Ty? Is that when we picked up Tyrell?
Oh, Tyrell Williams. I ain't gonna lie. I liked him. I liked him.
Too. I thought he was gonna be nice.
Actually, he was nice. He just got hurt. He was kind of balling a little bit.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, that's like,
because he used to cook us. I think that's why I like him so much. Every time he played us, he cooked us.
Yeah. So I was like, so, but the Coop one hurt. But Coop didn't ever want to be here though. You could tell Coop never wanted to be here. So.
Never, bro, never. You already know how I feel about him, man.
Yeah.
He was so soft, man. But he was like a legitimate receiver. I mean, we've been waiting. We always was trying to get a receiver, man. So, but yeah, like with Mac, I liked Mac a lot, man. But I felt like sometimes he would like disappear.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was cold. But like I felt the way you did. I really felt like he just didn't want to be there. And again, it may have been the way they spun it. It was like, oh, like he's not, he's not returning calls. He's not even talking to the team. And at that point, I was excited that we was getting Gruden back too.
Yeah,
so I was like, I was pro Gruden.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. I was drinking the
Kool-Aid. I was drinking the Kool-Aid. So I'm like, it's cool. Let's take these draft picks. Gruden's going to get us together, man. Little did I know. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Let's see what else, man. What about? I know. I always talk about this because it's one thing that just always pisses me off, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. The Hugh Jackson firing.
Oh man,
the Hugh Jackson firing. Well, I can start. How you feel?
I'll let you start off that one, man.
Yeah, that one really, really pissed me off, man. Because that's when I was like, I was in the peak of like really watching the Raiders. I think that was like the peak of my obsession with the Raiders. Like I always loved the Raiders, but it was like an obsession where it was like I spent all my time just like studying them, watching them.
Yeah.
So like I loved everything about Hugh Jackson. Like I remember learning about like, he was the one that that really kind of got Joe Flacco popping. Like it was just everything about him, man. And I love the swag about him. And then when he first came, like he had our offense popping. I'm like, Tom Cable, whatever, bro. Like, we got this power running, and he got McFadden, who was my favorite player. He got McFadden balling. And, Al Davis died. Everything else happened that year. Jason Campbell gets hurt. McFadden gets hurt. Like everything bad that can happen in the season happened.
Jacoby got hurt too, I want to say, right? Jacoby got hurt too. Jacoby?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. So we literally was we ain't have much to work with. And honestly, and on top of that, we can talk about the Carson Palmer thing.
Yeah.
Al, whoever made the decision, Hugh Jackson said it wasn't him, but whatever. Us going to go get Carson, which me personally at the time I wasn't mad at it.
I wasn't either.
I mean, because he wasn't trying to quit. He wasn't trying to quit on that season.
Yeah.
But what's your overall thoughts? What's your overall thoughts on that?
So man, that one, just a whole firing, because remember we had, you got to put yourself in that time, like how we were just a team in the darkness. We were coming off of the Art Shell stuff, coming off the Lane Kiffin stuff, like all of that. So we had a glimmer of hope under Tom Cable. We had the 8-8 year, and then we went 8-8. That was on the strength of Hugh Jackson.
The strength of him.
The strength of Hugh Jackson, because I think he had took our run game from like 27th in the league to like top 10 that first year he took over.
Like third or something. It was something crazy.
So it was like, so then the Tom Cable out there punching on dudes. We hear he punching on coaches. And I think like, I don't know. I don't know if Al Davis was trying to assassinate the dude character. Remember, it's like dude was bringing escorts to the team bus.
He was out here wilding, bro.
It's like Tom Cable was out here wilding. Like, bro, get this dude up out of here, because like you started hearing all kind of crazy stories about Tom Cable. Like I think some stuff that's like Tom Cable was like domestic abuse on his mind. So I was like, yo. Like, I don't know if that was Al Davis like working the phones, like, yeah, Tom Cable beats his wife. So like I was like, so then when Hugh took over, I'm like, cool, like Hugh taking over, I bet, like this dude that got us popping anyway. So offense was still popping, and if Jason Campbell don't go down, that's a completely different season. Completely different season. So I'm thinking like, yo, look, the offense is still good. Like we still had a chance. I was at that game, that San Diego game, the very last game of the season.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Because I forgot who their coach was, but basically everybody knew the coach was gonna get fired. And it was a situation, win and we're in. And we're in. And people like to put these blinders on. People like to have hindsight in 20 because they talk about the Carson Palmer trade. People forget Carson Palmer was considered like one of the better QBs in the league. He was considered a top, and he wasn't even like past his prime. Like he was like super old and like that. He was still like cool, like still like, hey, I still got some years left. So so that move, and then that last game against the Chargers, I think he threw for like 400 some yards.
400 yards, yeah.
So it's like it wasn't on Hugh. And I remember after the game, Hugh, he was like, "Yo, man, I never want to have this feeling again. Like I want to have my hands over this entire organization, over all that, because I hate this feeling, and I'm never gonna feel it again. It's not gonna happen." So I'm like, so then,
I love that he said that.
I was cool because like, who doesn't want to, like, yo, I want to win? Basically, that's what he's saying. Like, I want to win. I'm gonna do whatever I can to have to win. So I'm cool with that. So they hire, we go to the GM search. Obviously they hire Reggie McKenzie. I think they hire Reggie McKenzie at the suggestion of, I think John Madden and Ron Wolf both kind of said, hey, what, Reggie McKenzie, he's a star. Ron Wolf is over there in Green Bay already. So Yeah, so we heard great things about Reggie McKenzie. He had put together some good Packers teams. He's over there, so I'm like, so I'm hearing stuff about that. It's like, okay, what's going to happen with the coach? Because we already have a coach in place. Obviously his offense took us to 8-8 the year before, and they went 8-8 again. So it's like, you know what, they kind of have some good things going here. So like, what are they going to do at the head coach position? And I start hearing stuff like at the reports where Reggie McKenzie and Hugh Jackson, they had good relationship. They shared an agent. So, the rumblings I was hearing was that Reggie McKenzie was leaning toward keeping Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Mark Davis called in the code red. It was like, yeah, man, you got to get up out of here because you wouldn't have seen how Al Davis treated me. So I was like, no, what? So I
Yeah.
was like, so when that happened, I'm like, all right. It's like I was disappointed. I was disappointed because like he was still my guy. Like,
Oh yeah.
still my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, me, because I remember that, because even Reggie said, because like a lot of the talk was that Reggie didn't like that comment that like Hugh Jackson, because like Hugh Jackson, he felt like, I think he was almost threatened by him because like Hugh Jackson wanted his part in it. Like he mostly he wanted to get his defensive guy in there more than anything. That's kind of what it was, because Hugh Jackson, I forgot who our guy was. Who's our coach? Who's our defensive coach in that year?
I'm trying to
I think
think
was
that
it Chuck?
it might have been
I
Chuck
think,
Pagano.
yeah,
Was
I
it Chuck
think
Pagano that year?
no, it was what's his name?
Chuck Bresnahan.
Yeah, we had to bring him back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was I think that was it.
Yeah, because in fact, you was telling the story because he didn't necessarily want him. He wanted to keep the dude from the year before.
Yeah.
But Al Davis got mad because he did something without letting Al Davis know. He had a 3 safety set, and Al was like, "We're not bringing him back. Like, we're not bringing him back. You don't do that." But yeah, that was just so. I was just so pissed, man, because like you said, Jason Campbell don't get.
Was it not Rex? Rob?
Nah, it wasn't Rob.
Wasn't
You,
Rob?
you
Okay.
talking about who? You talking about who was before?
Who they got up out of there? Who you got
Nah,
mad
it
about?
was shoot, what was his name, man? I forgot his name. It wasn't Rob though. It wasn't Rob because
Because Rob took over. Rob took over for not for Dennis Allen, right? Nah, that wasn't Rob. It was old boy.
Let's see. It was
Tony
2000.
Sparano took over for him. Tony Sparano
Yeah,
took over for
yep.
Dennis Allen.
But it was in fact, I'll tell you right now, it was John Marshall. It was that John Marshall dude.
John Marshall. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he was with the Cowboys didn't he? Was he with the Cowboys at one point?
But Marshall was there with us for, I think ever since Tom was there. Okay, no, so Tom came. So Tom took over for Lane Kiffin in 08, and that was Rob Ryan's last year. That following year in 09 is when Rob Ryan brought in, or not Rob Ryan, but Tom Cable brought in John Marshall.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what happened. So John Marshall was there in 2010 or 2009. We had the 23rd ranked defense, and then that following year we had the 20th defense. But anyway, Hugh Jackson was like, nah, I don't want to bring, I want to keep Marshall. But Al was like, nah, you don't bring in 3 safeties when I don't know about it, bro. It's wild. It's wild, man. So so and then with the whole Carson Palmer thing again, because Jason Campbell was cooking. My man McFadden was probably going to win the MVP that year if he didn't get hurt. Like everything was cool. Like don't touch that offense. Yeah, don't touch the offense. Let's get the defense together and let's rock.
Exactly.
And then So I don't even want to talk about that. Salute to my boy LS in the building, man. He said, "What I miss." Yeah, you miss a lot, man. You miss a
whole bunch of sadness.
Whole bunch of sadness. Salute to my boy DJ in the building. Yeah, Marshall, man. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And yeah, Cheeto, he said, "Look how many teams play
NFL damn near at one time or another."
Right, man. Let's see, man. Let's talk about I know we always kind of talk about this, but let's talk about just the whole letting Derek Carr walk after 9 years. How did you feel? What was going through your mind during that time? And I know you probably we'll wrap up after this. I know you gotta get ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts there?
More relief than anything. It's one of those situations where, if you, it's a situation where you've been in a relationship, you kind of know it's not going nowhere. So it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's that I'm not gonna grow with you. You're not gonna grow with me. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, let's just go our separate ways, right?
Yeah,
It's time for we've done everything we can do with this thing, or if you work at a job, right? Like, let's say you're working at a job and like say you get a degree in something else. You're going to school at the same time, and then you're like, you know what? It's time for me to really spread my wings and pursue the things that I want to pursue at a higher level. I've done everything I can do on this particular job, and I kind of see that this job or this occupation is not going to take me where I want to go in life. It's not going to give me the kind of house I want, not going to give me the kind of car I want, not going to let me travel the way I want to travel. So yeah, hey, no, it's no hard feelings, but I got to go somewhere else. And
right.
that's kind of what it was with Derek Carr, right? It was no hard feelings, like, man, but I clearly you're not going to get me or get this team where we want to go. And and we said it at the time. And then he went to the Saints in a great situation with a coach he knows, with two great weapons, with a good defense in a weak division, and he did Derek Carr things over there. So it's like, it's that kind of had it run its course. It had run its course, and it was time for us to really make a change. So I was more relieved than anything, man. And I was kind of excited. This was the first time in a long time that we had a different quarterback, or we're going to be bringing in a different quarterback. So it opened up a world of new possibilities. So I was a CJ Stroud guy. I know that the CJ Stroud owe you 1,500. So I know you don't like Stroud,
You already
but
know.
I was all for Stroud that whole offseason. I'm like, bro, everybody talking about Bryce Young. Stroud is the dude. We need to go up and get Stroud. If we can get Stroud, we need to go up and get Stroud. So I was all about that. And obviously, it didn't happen. And then we already know what happened in that draft. Another low moment for me as well.
Man, yeah. The thing with Carr, man, it was like he provided some stability for a long time. And again, I really liked Carr when he was rocking, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
and I think he was a good teammate. He had some good leadership qualities about him. But he's never been a dog, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But um yeah, it's like when we did get rid of him, I was okay with it. Would I have wanted to take advantage of a trade, a year before or whatever when they were kind of
man.
like dangling them? I would have loved that.
The Indy, right? Indy was
Yeah,
dangling
two
two first
first.
round picks. Imagine
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Imagine
yeah,
oh my goodness.
yeah. So it's like little stuff like that, but yeah, it's just one of them things, man, that it really divided up the whole Raider Nation. That's one of the reasons I even created this platform, man, just a protective shield, because it was like we were just so divided as a fan base. It was crazy. It was
Yeah,
crazy. So
yeah.
um and even to this day, this is still divided by him. A lot of the hate between certain guys. You can't let the whole Derek Carr thing go. So um and then kind of piggybacking off of that, with the Josh McDaniels thing, um, you know, what I mean, was Josh McDaniels onto something? Or did he just completely just ruin our franchise?
So I'm of two minds. In terms of Carr, he was onto something. Like he's
Right.
definitely. I mean, clearly he was onto something. In terms of his draft picks,
Yeah.
that left much to be desired. And his who he ended up acquiring at quarterback that year, that left much to be desired. So, I'm all for, what, sometimes you got to take one step back to take two steps forward. Hey, sometimes you got to do that. You know what? You aren't, if you're stuck in that mediocrity, in that mid tier, that's the worst place to be as a
Yeah.
franchise. You
Yeah.
know, you're too good to get a really good draft pick, but you're too
Yeah.
bad to really threaten for a title run. So it's like we were stuck in that quagmire for years. So we had to get out of that situation. So I was cool with him saying, you know what, because and people's he sabotaged the team. I'm like, people be having this revisionist history. The first thing he did when he got here was sign Derek to a new contract
Right.
with a no trade clause. So if anything, that hurt himself more than anything.
Yeah, he showed that he wanted Derek.
So
He
did he
showed he
want
wanted
Derek?
him.
Just to show complete faith in him, right? Sign Renfro to new money. Sign Darren Waller to new money. Made the
Yeah.
trade for Devontae Adams. Signed Max to new money. So like he was coming in here really saying like, know what? Like I'm pushing all the chips to the middle of the table, and
Exactly.
I'm putting this all on Derek Carr, and I'm trusting that Derek Carr is going to be the guy to take us to where we want to go. And then they realized very quickly that Derek Carr wasn't that guy. So
Right.
you know, and at that point, you got to get him in a no trade clause. And
Yeah.
I think Derek and the fact that Derek Carr asked for a no trade clause kind of lets me
He
know that
knew.
he knew he kind of
He
knew he was
knew.
asked. So
Yeah.
you know, like because I can't think because I don't think there was another maybe Deshaun at that time. Maybe
Yeah.
Deshaun
Deshaun.
had a no trade clause. But
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
I
With the
can't think of
Texans.
another
Yeah, he
player
did.
that had a no trade clause at that
Yeah.
time. I think it was just those guys. So the fact that he got that, like, bro, you ain't worthy of that. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like at no point in time were you like that. Like at one point in time, people thought Deshaun Watson was like a top 5 guy, you
Oh, he
know, or
was. And
top
not
5
thought. He
adjacent.
was. Yeah, he was
So
for sure.
so at no point in time was Derek Carr ever that. So the fact that
Right.
he got that, like, you know, that speaks volumes to what they thought about him as a player. So like they pushed all the chips in the middle of the table. And I was like, the only person they didn't pay was Josh. You feel me? They paid everybody but Josh.
That's a
So
fact.
you know,
Fact.
and then Josh went out there, and you know, in that offense, Josh went off. Josh went crazy, and Devontae went crazy.
Dog.
Only people that didn't go crazy was Waller because he was hurt,
Yeah,
Carr, and Renfro because he was hurt.
bro. Yeah.
So everybody that was healthy got busy.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm the same way with him, man. I know I've talked extensively about him. So I really don't got to go into it. But the last thing, man, you know, just before we wrap up, man, the tuck rule, man. The tuck rule. What was your what do you remember from that, man?
You know what? I remember I wasn't as mad about that call until after the game because we
Mm.
at that point we still had a chance to win. So I'm like, yo, we still got an opportunity to win here. Like, and you know, I think I can't remember what happened on that drive. I can't remember if they scored or not on that drive. I know that would have sealed the deal,
What are you talking about? The
but
tuck rule?
yeah, the
We
tuck
talking
rule,
about?
yeah, yeah,
I think they ended up getting
field goal.
yeah, I think they ended up getting a field goal to tie it. I think, if I remember correctly, that gave him the
No, because okay, is that what? Okay, because maybe it was a drive before.
Because
Because it was
then
was it the
Vinatieri
drive
didn't he
before
kick
that
2 field goals or did they score a
Vinatieri, yeah,
touchdown?
because I remember we had an opportunity to go for it at one point,
Yeah,
and instead of going for it, because I remember I think it was like a third and something. Somebody messed up and missed the
yep,
block,
yep.
and that would have got us a first down. I think it ended up being like fourth and like 1 or fourth and short, and we didn't go for it.
Mm.
We end up kicking it, and when we were up 3, we end up kicking it. Or we're up 3. Oh yeah, I think we're up 3. Yeah, we're up 3, and we end up kicking it. And
So that actually may have been before. So yeah, I think that was before the play though. That may have been the drive before the play. I think.
okay, maybe that was a drive before the
I
play.
think. Yeah, because then if we would have went for it, it probably would have been ball game more than likely. Like they wouldn't have had a chance. I mean, I can't remember. I can't remember though.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah, because I can't remember. But that game went overtime, right? And we lost in overtime, right?
yeah, yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I know we had the opportunity to basically seal the game. You know, seal the
Yeah.
game on offense, and then that play would have basically sealed the game on defense. And we
Yep.
missed both of those opportunities. And I remember blaming Gruden. Like I remember that's why I was pissed at Gruden. Like, bro, you too conservative, man. Like you can't, you know. And I know Gruden talked about it afterwards. He's like, well, I'm thinking like, you know, this is a first year starter. He has to drive the field against our defense. Like I'm like, nah, bro. Like
in the snow. I kind of felt him a little bit, but nah, you got to be aggressive. At that
Bro,
point, we had a top 5 offense that year. You know, like go get the first down and rock.
I think do we have Zach? Do we have Zach Crockett at that time?
Probably. Wait, yeah, there ain't no stopping him.
You got Wheatley, you got Crockett. Like, bro, look, man, if you don't put, you got one of the biggest offensive lines in the league. You got Tyron Wheatley, you got Zach Crockett. Like, bro, if you don't let these dudes cook, bro, let these dudes cook. You know,
right?
You got Jerry, right? You have like, man, you got too many Hall of Famers on this team to not let the offense do what they doing. Like, let your quarterback let him make the decision at that point. Like, you know what? Hey, do you got something that can beat this defense? I know we're going against Bill Belichick, but hey, like if you don't think you, like I said, if you don't think you can get 1 yard to win the game, and then you in the wrong business.
You're in the wrong business. You shouldn't be playing playoff ball anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of what it was. For me, man, it was just, again, not understanding the rule at that time. I just remember just the roller coaster of emotion. Again, you know, being a dude that loved Michigan, Charles Woodson, my favorite player. Like, I was just going crazy. I was going crazy, man, and just didn't understand it. And was just so pissed, man. I just remember just like just being so pissed and just felt just cheated, man. But just like you said, though, it was like we had opportunities, man, to put the game away, to do what we had to do. You know, we didn't do it, man. So, but that's something that we will never forget as Raider fans. But one thing I will say, though, as fans, though, like, people like hate Brady, though. Like, I don't get that, though. It was like, you know, it ain't Brady.
He didn't make the call,
right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, Brady.
Know what they no white fan, no white fans hate Brady, and this is why fans hate Brady. Remember that commercial? Remember that commercial they was having? Remember the commercial talking with the kid? It was like they gave the ball to the wrong team, and then the kid's like, no, he's like, coach, I touched the ball, man. It's not on me. So people expected Brady like to go up to the ref, like, nah, ref.
You know what? It was a fumble, bro. It was a fumble.
Get in the ball. So that's why they hate Tom Brady. Like, nah, bro. Like you said, hey, if they didn't see it that way, I'm keeping the ball. So I think that commercial done tainted like sportsmanship. Try like it. Like, nah, bro. Nah, not at all.
Crazy
man.
thing, if that Tuck rule never happened, Brady may have been selling insurance somewhere, bro.
He
may be selling insurance.
He probably be somewhere else.
Somewhere
else, man.
He probably would have got traded to the Browns.
He would have backed up.
It's been crazy, man. But my God, man, I appreciate you.
Seawood might have recruited him.
That's true. Cause they was cool, man. But man, I appreciate you rocking with me today, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. Everybody, man, make sure on the way out, man, hit the thumbs up, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys go to the Severe Raider, man. Check him out. Got fire content. Severe, tell everybody what all you got going on, man.
Man, you guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, on IG, on Snapchat, TikTok, X. We're streaming on Twitch right now as well, man. So holla at your boy. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you tap in with my brother Chris, Protect the Shield, all over social media. He also got that 3 for 50 special. If you know, you know.
If you know,
so
you know.
My guy Chris.
Yeah, for sure, man. Severe, as always, man. I appreciate you coming through. As you guys know, man, always got the Raider War Room every Tuesday and Sunday. And actually, me and Severe, we're actually gonna be tapping in with our other brothers from TRS on Rundown Show tomorrow, man. So make sure you guys check us out. Again, man, I don't ask for much from you guys. Just make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for us, man. That's it. Hit the thumbs up for us. Just help us, you know, keep getting the push in the algorithm, man. So again, as I always say, man, players and coaches come and go, but we must always protect the shield, man. Peace. Love y'all.
We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. Just wanna be that.